Okay, I had a whole scene planned out of you guys accepting a job from a Knoll who runs a company making bone meal. We're just gonna skip that. There's undead occupying.
Why would you deprive us of the Knoll?
Okay, it's like, yeah, all right, never mind. I'll go through it then. If you guys want to do that, sure. You guys are new adventurers who arrive to Westgate with thoughts of like grand adventure and riches in your minds, but you quickly realize that the opportunities for work as the war is ramping up are far above your skill level, and the only option available at this time for new adventures is listed by the Bone Chewer Incorporated, which is a company run by Knolls who manufacture bone meal. The CGO, the Chief Knoll Officer of the company, who is Jeff Bone Chewer, sort of meets you in his office, and he's like,
our mill. They have taken our mill. You need to kill the thugs have taken our mill. The authorities are too worked up with the army and Alvarez and all that. I'm so mad.
We leave for the mill.
All right. Wondrous, then.
All right.
Let's be off.
Yeah, nah, we'll certainly get that done.
all right,
We accept your quest deal.
there you go.
Wait,
Okay,
who am I adventuring with?
Is the map completely
Go ahead,
black
go
for
ahead,
anyone?
everybody. Oh,
That
your
means
token
black for
might
me
not
too,
have
but
vision.
we don't have tokens.
Also, how did we meet? Did we meet in a tavern full of a million NPCs?
You have all. I need to figure out vision. Oh, wait a second. I think that's the issue.
I can't see.
My elf eyes
you-
fail me.
You have all.
My horse blinders,
completed-
they're horsed.
Can you guys wait? Why can you guys not see? You guys can't see
Well, I
this
should have
map
been
at
a
all?
horse.
Is the screen's just black for you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with some
Yep.
moving cursors.
Oh, that's stupid.
Hey,
Apparently, the token vision needs to be manually turned on.
all right. Well, I can see.
I cannot see.
Neither can I.
Ignacio can see now,
Oh, can see now. Okay,
because my token wasn't on the map.
your token was on the map. I've.
Incorrect. Lies.
Oh, your token is over there. So.
That is a false Ignacio.
What?
Oh,
why?
there we go.
Why are there?
Okay,
I'm confused.
now we can see. My
I laughed
token-
at it like flips like a coin.
All right, there you go. So you guys were given the location of the Bone Chewer Incorporated's bone mill, which is on a small tributary of the river on the outskirts of Westgate. And yeah, you come to the bridge, sort of where... Cell, can you see? You keep on putting...
I haven't put more tokens on there for like 1 minute.
I keep on finding new ones. They're
I only
everywhere.
put 3.
But yeah, so...
Also, I don't have all my health.
Did you? Make
That's
this
why I
map?
told you guys to add your health and such. All right,
What?
yeah, back. You got to max out your health and your actions and your grit and all that stuff. Third, you don't have any of your grit maxed out and your stamina and whatnot.
Do I
So
get grit
Why
this
do I
time?
have a sheet that does all the things
Yeah,
for me if
your
I got
grit is
kill the
2.
buttons?
But it will in the future. But when you first create the character, for whatever reason, it doesn't give you
I'm
like
gonna
the HP
create
you should
Zim.
be getting.
It says I have a max grit of 5.
your grit is charisma plus 2.
Okay, then I've got 5.
What's the
What
fist?
do I use grit for?
The fist is stamina. So the fist is stamina, which is what marshals use for their features, is like your main combat resource. Grit is a defensive resource. You can spend grit whenever you take damage to reduce the damage by 1. And you can also spend a grit to allow yourself or an ally you can see to reroll a save.
Oh, Okay.
So yeah, so charisma and might, that's how they get defensive stuff. Might gives you more health. Charisma gives you
Are the boxes action points or what are these?
the boxes are action points. Yep.
Okay.
And you have 4 action points, and they refresh at the end of your turn.
Is there anything else to fill in?
Yeah, and then everybody go ahead and roll initiative. We're going to put the initiative DC at 12, I think. So
Wait, we haven't introduced each other. Who are we adventuring? Rack, what are you?
Standing at 5'4", with rust-covered skin, with like tattoos of depicting all sort of symbols on them, in just alabaster white skin with these ebony horns creeping through, stands Ignacio Milstrom at your service, servant to the winnower of the garden that is life.
Huh? Next. All right, I guess that's all who's in the party. Let's go.
That's a tough act to follow. Let's see. Can I edit my name?
if you hit
There's-
edit, yeah.
Also, a reptilian figure whose skin tone shifts and blends with the scenery around him. It's kind of hard to get a sense of his true height because he keeps kind of hunching and moving in very fluid-like ways. Is a figure with a very heavy crossbow and a prehensile tail, who is very clearly focused on hunting and gives his companions a very toothy grin. Right, g'day. Name's Steve. Good to meet y'all. You ready to kill a bunch of these bounty what's-its?
Yes. Well, I guess I'll do my character. Let's see here. I am a rat man. You can call me John. I am a centurion commander.
Hey, Centurion Commander of what?
I have led hundreds of slaves to their deaths in the blighted peaks of Hell Fissure. I've been sent by my master, the Grey Lord, to oversee prospects in Westgate.
Right.
Don't tell anyone, it's a secret!
Fair enough.
I'll put that on the map there. Alright.
Yep.
From the slithering pits of Stink Pit.
Stink pit. Oh. Sounds lovely. Is it a good place to vacation this time of year?
It's awful. This is why I left.
I thought you left because you were on a secret mission.
No! Yes.
I kind of assume the slaves must have revolted, which is why he's here.
Revolted
That makes
into a
sense.
pit of stink. I'll show them. Always disputing my potential. I'll show him. I'll show them all what I can accomplish. I'll earn mini breeders and warp token.
Okay, well.
Yep.
Moving on.
I don't know why I didn't assume. Like, I knew Vassell was a beast folk, and I'm like, what token? Oh, okay, I'll take a cat folk. I don't know why I assumed a rat. I knew it wasn't a scorpion girl because So and I had a conversation.
I don't know what
We
made you
asked
assume
what
that
it
that
was.
was going to be a cat.
It was mainly I was looking at the beasts available, and I knew he had a whip, and the cat had a whip, so I just used the cat.
Meow!
That's right.
Cool.
This is my disguise.
Rack, refresh your action points.
You know how people wear
Well, I
wolf
do
pelts?
that.
I'm wearing a Khajiit pelt. No one look. My disguise.
Alright.
Weird.
The local
Right,
Khajiit population, they kept on eyeballing me.
All right. So everybody roll initiative. It's in the top
Wait.
right of your character sheet. Yeah.
There's one more person to introduce
Yes.
themselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, third.
my
Sorry.
character. Yep.
Oops.
Man!
So tonight I will be joining the party as Abrel, who is a elf warrior from the forests of the old world. She's got she's tall. She's got leather armor, a shield, and a spear that she's using. And she's looking apprehensively at the rat man.
Oh, hello. No fur?
No
The
thanks.
He's a fucking Skaven.
Why are you surprised?
I'm not!
I put Skaven in this world.
They were there. Yeah.
Look,
Especially
were-
since we fucking made this world tied into the boat campaign where I was a
Yeah.
Skaven.
Yep. Skaven were one of the first races in this world.
I made a
And then the
cringy
ogres went-
backstory where they
and then the
fucking
ogres
just,
went
they just fucking when the end times happened, a chunk of them fucking ended up here instead of Sigmar.
It's all connected.
Yep. Unfortunately. This is the intersection of Magic the Gathering and Age of Sigmar. Alright.
They do have Warhammer cards. They may not have
Yeah.
Age of Sigmar cards, but they have Warhammer cards. Thus, Space Marines
Yep.
can be in the world.
This is fair. All right. So, as you
It's
come
fucking
across the
SpongeBob.
bridge and you see, oh God, don't remind me. As you make your way to the bone mill and you come across the bridge in front of the bone mill, you see that there are undead stationed to prevent crossing to the bridge. They see you coming. Roll initiative. So the way initiative works is initiative has a
They have leadership.
Initiative has a DC. Everybody rolls initiative. If anybody in the party beats the initiative DC, then the group goes first. And then from once it's decided which side goes first, that side picks a character on that side to be the first one to go first. And then after they take their turn, somebody from the other side goes, and back and forth, popcorn style.
So we do it
So-
as a flat D20 roll?
Yep. There should be an initiative button on your character sheet.
Well, I click
I know,
initiative,
and then it
and it
pulls
asks
up-
what type of roll you want to
It
do.
asks for what initiative roll
Yeah,
you want to do.
Yeah, should be a flat D20. I think you can technically pre-spend action points to give yourself advantage if you feel like it.
Is it so it's flat?
That is
D20?
that.
Yeah, just a 1D20.
Well, how are you guys even getting it to say to pull up what kind of roll you want? I click on mine and it doesn't do anything at all.
Well, I click initiative,
Well, I
and it
think
brings
we're
up a
going-
dialogue box, and I ask what you want
So
to do.
boys, I think we're going first.
That's what I'm saying. Is mine doesn't do that?
Is it hidden behind stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a dialogue box.
I had to go to the.
Oh, there's just a flat D20 button.
There's a flat D20 button.
Yes.
But when you click
Oh,
initiative, it
you
asks
had
you.
to actually go into that one.
I had
Okay.
to go into the combat encounters tab and then click on a button there.
Sorry,
Wait, what?
I think I messed this up.
Why do I not see
What is the status that Rack has?
flat attack?
You should just be able to click the. There you go.
No, I mean I had to go in like he said. I had to go into the tab rather than click it from the HUD up top. So I don't know what's up with that.
Oh, I was looking from the character sheet.
Yeah.
Did they fuck with this? They fucked with this.
Those bastards
Use buttons.
fucking with it.
Okay. Oh, and somebody. Okay, and I think if you crit on initiative, you just go first. Period, and then. So, like, if somebody crits, they go first, and then the team still wins. So you get to take 2-player turns. Okay, that's what's going on there.
Well
And then
done,
you go-
Ignacio Maelstrom.
And then I think this is. Oh wait, the updated initiative system is for the next update. For this one, it is just like you roll initiative, and then the party has their order, and then the enemies get slotted in between that. I think. which is what this is telling me. Regardless, Rat goes first because he crit.
Okay, so you spend action points to move and do spells and stuff?
Yep.
Okay, and so
And
then my
Vince.
movement is 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll spend an action point to go up 5. Not enough movement. What
You
the
need,
heck?
I think
Hold F key.
you need to. Do you need to actually spend the movement? How do you?
Yeah, it looks like it. There's a move action under actions
Move.
utility.
Roll item move.
There you go.
Okay,
So Vet
yeah.
spent. Yep.
Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will put them within my death domain. So now while they are well bloodied, they take an additional damage. So, but they're not well bloodied yet.
Well, bloodied is quarter health.
Right. I will. Okay, so that's the cost. Okay, so then I'll spend 2 more action points. Spend 2 action points to do a spell. Which is 3 spaces long. Where the spell's point of origin in 1 space wide, 10 space long line. So it would be doing it as a cone or a line. Ugh. Yeah, I'll just stay with doing 1 to just do Death Bolt then. And I will target the one on the bottom to do Death Bolt. Roll Death Bolt. Boom.
Yep.
It's again my annoyance of having no target.
It lets I do it.
Okay.
So you targeted properly. You're good.
Alright.
And I believe you have 2 more action points left.
Yep. So I can just like continue to cast spells then?
Yes. So the way that works is that every time you do the same action again, you have a stacking disadvantage on that action. So you cast your first spell, you rolled a straight d20. If you cast another spell, doesn't matter what spell, but if you cast a spell, then the check for it is now at disadvantage. But you can spend a second AP to give yourself advantage on a roll. So if you want, you can. If you want to cast 3 spells, the first one's regular, the second one's at disadvantage, the third one's a double disadvantage, so you roll 3 d20s and take the lowest.
Okay.
Or you can do
So
1
I'll
regular
just-
and
So I'll do. Oh, I can also affect. Okay. So then I'll do Bane on see within range. 5 space range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, so they're both within range. So I'm gonna select those 2 dudes and I'm gonna do Bane. And we're gonna see what the hell happens here. Starts concentrating. 8. They have to make a mental save versus 8. Okay.
and you targeted both of them. Why is the save DC 8?
Because it's based off of I make a spell check contested by their mental save.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's why. Alright. Okay, so I think they both succeed. So. Alright.
That's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, you get all your action points back, so you can use them on reactions if you wish. So you just hit the. Does it do it
Cool.
automatically? Did you press the
Nope.
button or did it?
I
do
had
it
to press it.
automatically? Okay. Cool. All right. Sell.
Okay. So you only get one stamina point. I can get stamina points back. Oh, I was gonna look this up. What's a help die?
Action gives somebody a help die. It starts at D8. Instead of having disadvantage every time you do it, it goes down in size. So it starts as a D8, then a D6, and a D4.
Okay. So every time they do a thing, they like lose. Like, what else? That work?
If you give somebody a help die, they get the help die, which the first one's a D8, and then when they do a check, they can spend. But it's like a bardic inspiration.
Let's see here. Does it cost anything to like pull out the weapon? I currently have my like hand crossbow equipped though.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. So I gotta click something to move, right? Do I click the foot? Or do you just move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll stand there. Okay, I can't move. Oh, wait, none of you want to move. What? Let's see here.
Where's the button? Where was
What's
the button
that
for
move button?
Or Kaylin, where was the button for move?
Huh? In actions. Go down to.
Oh, I have to go up here.
Yeah, actions. Go to move.
And now I move. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, it'll you spend it basic. You
Alright.
should.
6.
It'll say like
I
you
didn't do
hit
shit.
move, and then so you hit move, and then it'll bring up a little window, and then you go roll item move, and then it frees you up to move your spaces.
Where do I want to go? Whatever. That's good enough. Okay. So, I guess I should probably be in this button. All right. Let's. So wait, I click on. It's the guy that got bolted, or let's see here. Hand crossbow. Click on that. Hand crossbow go.
Yep, that is a brutal hit, so that deals a total of 4 piercing damage, and the zombie is dead.
I guess I gotta reload. I guess you said you said I could use my tail. If not,
Yep.
I can just like do it normally.
Yeah, go ahead. Cusco did the same thing with that, so we're rolling with it.
So I guess I'll just hit -1 for the reload. I guess. All right. So I got one left. So which one of those guys looks like they are a melee character?
You might need to actually manually reload it by using the crossbow again. But the zombies definitely look like melee characters. So I'll probably just.
No, I'm talking about on our party. Who's a melee character? You need to reload that weapon first.
I don't think any of you. I think it was
None
Nash.
of us are melee.
Oh.
Okay.
Might be Thur. I don't know.
I'm kind of melee.
All right. I can make you attack.
I definitely should have figured that out ahead of time.
I don't have anything that's in range though.
All right. What do I? All right. What is this? No modification. All right. If I click on rack. No target. How do I get a target? I want to command rack. He's within 5 spaces. He's a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can make him the target. All right. Well, I guess. Is there anything else I do? I don't know. I command rack to attack.
I don't have any ranged weapons.
What? you just shot a laser bolt. Like what?
Take the spell.
Commanders.
I think I don't know if Death
Is a
Bolt
cantrip
takes-
not an attack?
I don't. Well, it says that I can't use MP. I don't know if that takes MP.
Huh?
No,
Give me 1 second.
your cantrips don't take MP.
Okay, so then I could do an attack with Death Bolt. So.
Artifacts, Clark. Kill now.
Death Bolt.
Uh,
And you're attacking the zombie, I assume?
Yep. 6 will miss probably.
Yeah, 6 misses. Oh,
Slice
wait.
mix?
What is... Wait,
What?
I think it might... Targets MD. What is the... Oh, that hits. That hits on the zombie. I
Oh.
thought the game was going screwy. No, the zombie has 5 mystical defense. So it does hit it.
Wow.
Okay.
That's.
Oh,
I'm
I
sitting
spent-
there
I
like,
spent-
the game is crazy. How does a 6 hit? Oh, because it's so shit.
So I don't think it like used my resources for the commander's call. I don't know how to get it to spend stuff.
I'm looking at...
No, it's not that one. Oh, there. Wait, can I do that? Oh, all right. So I have to do that. Okay, there we go. And that's how it works. All right, that's spent the stuff.
And it takes it as a and it takes it as a reaction for free, so Rack, I will give you back that action point. There you go.
Woo! Yay!
Okay. Alright.
I guess. Can I
Well, that's your turn. You're out of action points.
Well, no, I want to rewind. Instead of reloading my crossbow, I want to help. Is there like a range to help?
Uh,
Be right back.
I think commanders should have a larger range.
I don't know, maybe I will just reload the crossbow because I don't know what I. You don't get SP back every turn, right?
Every time you do it, yeah. It's so you can spend SP and then you only have a cap of 1, but you can regain as much as you can in a turn. Like you can just keep on building spending if you can figure out how to do it.
All right, I'll just reload the crossbow. Fuck it. I don't need the SP because I'm out of actions.
Okay. All right. It is this zombie's turn. So where was the button for move again? Said it was under
You
actions.
need to go to actions, utility.
Actions
Oh, there's the
utility
help
move.
button.
Oh man, is it on the character sheet or on the HUD?
It's on the HUD.
It's on the HUD.
Yeah.
Actions. Okay, actions. Wow, so if I didn't... That HUD is not native to the system. I had to download that. I don't know how that would have worked if it didn't have that. Alright, so move. Oh no, that's no. No, you regained that. Why is it doing it for you? You action. Move. There we go. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 5, just to be safe. Alright. And then he is going to bite. Is going to miss. And he is going to...
Alright, I'm back. What's happening?
You are being bitten.
Yeah, no, my physical defense is 10.
And he bites you again.
That bite's gonna fucking hurt.
For 2. Wait, no. There we go. Alright, you take 2 damage. Alright, well, that that was sloppy on there. All right, and then at the end of his turn. Next thing. All right, so it automatically regains action points when I move to somebody else's turn, I think. All right, Thur, you are up.
Okay. So I need to use a move action. The ground speed. So I can move. Does it stop me from moving too far? I don't think it does.
Give it a shot.
So
This
I
is
can
the
go
test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my max movement. Can I keep moving beyond that? Nope.
Now we know.
Well, I guess I should have tried to drop it further than it should have been able to. Okay. So I'm actually. Could I be? Does this count as flanked? What is the flanked?
Let me check what flanking is. Conditions. Condition list. Flanked. 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 +2 to melee attack if the target is flanked. Your creature is flanked, so it has 2 or more enemies within one space that are not adjacent to each other. So it's the one that we're using for the Wednesday campaign.
Okay, yeah. So this counts as flanked.
Pokemon rules.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that means I can attack it with my pole, and I can use a bleed, and I can use a stamina to expose it. So I can do. Okay, so that should allow me to do that. Did I hit it? Yeah, I think I did hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Murdered it.
5 of damage. It is dead.
Okay. And because I hit a flanked target, my rogue stamina, I get 1 stamina back. Right? So, where's my? I should get back I get back my stamina point. And then I can take the disengage, feint, or hide actions. I think later I can do a better thing with dodging.
At level 2, you get half your movement whenever you do the cunning action sort of stuff.
Yeah. Well, so I already get 2 spaces for certain things, but because I'm an elf, I get better benefits
Oh,
for
okay.
dodging, I believe. Elf, nimble. Come on, can you let me look at what these things do.
Oh, yeah. A dodge, I believe, applies to just one thing. All right.
Hang on. Ancestries, elf, default traits, nimble. When you take the dodge action, you instead gain the benefits of the full dodge action. So dodge is just disadvantage on the next attack.
I am looking type of actions. Attack, disarm, grapple.
Yeah, so okay,
Yeah.
I figured it out. So normally when you dodge, it's just disadvantage on one attack.
Yes.
And because I'm an elf, I can dodge and have it be the normal dodge from 5e of like all attacks. So
Yep.
let's just go ahead and do that. So
All right.
I'm going to take a dodge. dodge. And I guess I will add the dodging condition here. Is that there's no dodging condition.
True. And there you go.
Oh, okay. Conditions. Where is that?
It shows up as an option when you use the dodge ability. For me, it's like a apply button. I think it might be a GM has to do it thing.
Oh, maybe I have to target myself.
And I had you targeted. So.
Okay. Alright, so that is all of my action points. So let's end the turn. And then I should refresh my action points.
Yep, they're refreshed.
Yep, okay. So that's
All
my
right,
turn.
skeleton time. Skeleton has a range of 10 for its bow. So skeleton is going to. What are these? Oh, yeah, nope. There we go. Roll item bow. And is going to.
What is my PD? My PD is 15, so that misses.
Yep, so that misses.
Although, let me know. Is the other skeleton also shooting me?
It's still the same skeleton's turn.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm
You are
curious
dodging,
about,
so imagine that's a disadvantage too.
and it didn't automatically apply. Okay, so I need to manually do that. So it missed regardless. So now this second one.
No, I rolled 2d20.
But I spent a thing to give him advantage because I wanted to see if
I
it came
see.
out. So one advantage and then one
Hang on.
disadvantage because you're dodging. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I being targeted by another attack?
Yes.
I'm gonna sidestep it.
Okay.
It provides another stack of disadvantage, and I can move 5 feet towards him.
All right.
So that misses again.
There's another miss, and now that skeleton's turn is over. All right, Goose go.
Right. Ruler. 15 spaces. And the heavy crossbow is not telling me. Where do I see the range?
It should be one of the crossbow's properties. Oh, it's hover over the crossbows, the first thing there.
Oh, it's because it was kind of grayed out. My brain was not picking up on that.
Yep.
All right, so I can target one of those guys, and then I can just go. It is one action point to reload, correct?
Yes.
And then movement is my move speed for one action point.
Yes.
I go to action. I go to move. I don't have to roll, right?
It's rolling is just click the roll button. I
Okay.
think that's just terminology.
All right. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to get a little closer. I have selected that target. Bring this up. I don't have to spend anything. He could just be marked, correct?
You need to spend SP to mark. But
Okay.
But
I get it.
the ability says what you have to spend.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to mark him, which I don't think.
Oh, it takes 1 AP and 1 SP. Yeah, if you look at the ability. The on the ability, that column that has the lightning bolt shows what resources it costs to do that ability.
Oh, okay. So so that is the resource, which is the stamina points. Okay. So then if I do roll item hunter's mark, it spends what I need to spend on that guy.
Yep, and then I can press that to apply it.
Got
It's
it.
applied.
And then I go in heavy crossbow, standard attack.
And you could have also spent an additional AP to give that attack advantage if you felt like it.
But I was gonna save that so that I can re-roll my heavy crossbow on this turn.
Yep. That's
Or not
true.
re-roll,
Yep.
reload. There we go.
Reload. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That does hit, and it's a heavy hit, so deals 3 damage.
Well, there we go. And that's me.
Wait a second. That should deal more than. How much did you roll? Okay, so it does not automatically calculate advantage from Hunter's Mark when you do the rolls.
Okay.
So when you do the roll, make sure to give yourself an additional advantage when you're shooting a Hunter's Mark target.
Okay.
And then when you score a heavier critical hit on the target, which you did, you automatically grant a help die to the next attack made against the target before the start of your next turn. So just remind whoever attacks next to add a D8 help die.
And that's because that will give them the possibility of doing a heavy hit or a brutal hit?
Because it's just additive onto the
Okay.
roll. And when the system is like beat by, every additional 5 gives an additional point. Yeah.
Right.
All right. And then end your turn, and the action points refresh. This guy, going to, let's see, okay. He's going to spend that, but then it needs to be 1 additional disadvantage. It needs to be on that guy. Alright, so 15 hits, correct, Thur?
Yeah.
Okay. So shoots at you, 15 just hits, and it deals 1. Yay, I made somebody bleed a little bit. And then alright, you're just within range. So, and then
Oh, could I use a grit point to not take that damage?
yes, you could.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do that.
Actually, wait, don't spend that grit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I can heal you when it gets to me. Actually, I should double check. But I can heal.
Oh, that's neat. So when you open up the roll menu for the attack, there's a flashing magnifying glass in the center. If you have your target selected, you can press that magnifying glass, and it will calculate how many advantages and disadvantages you have against that target specifically. And then it'll populate all the relevant fields, and then you can add additional AP and stuff. All right. That is a brutal critical hit on Kuzco.
Rough.
5 damage.
You might want to use your grit.
You can spend a grit to reduce the damage by 1, so just -1 grit plus 1 health.
I only have 2, and the only thing I can use grit for is reducing damage.
Reducing damage or re-rolling saves, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have many saves planned.
Actually,
Alright,
one second.
well-
Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Fuck. Wait. I have a thing. I gotta look. Where is it? Things. I have. Let's see here. This is a reaction. I can just use this, right?
Reactions cost AP unless it says it doesn't cost it.
I have raised shield. Let's see here. With 1 space. Fuck. I'm too close. I'm too far away. Damn it.
Okay.
I can't help you. I'm too far.
I'd probably,
Alright.
it looks like that spent AP, so you might want to give it back. So, all right, and it looks like Rack critting on initiative just means he's permanently going first before the turn for the rest of the entire combat.
Do we need?
Because I can't have the skeletons sort of sneak in there. So, Rack, you are up.
Oh, okay, cool. I will. How much damage did Cusco take? 5?
5, he reduced it by 1, so he took 4.
4? So I'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, me double check that. Cool, they're still within my death domain. Kind of busted that that's 10 spaces.
It's a long distance. That's
it's a-
basically
it's
50
a
feet
bi-
in
it's a
5e
huge-
terms,
It's a huge
or
area.
25 feet in 5e terms. rather.
So I will spend 2 action points, and I
That was
will
50. Yeah.
heal. I don't know how to move stuff up down, but I will heal Cusco.
Hey.
So I heal you for 3 health, Cusco. As Ignacio just places a hand and he goes, the winnower shall not take you yet, comrade, for we have much work to do in his name.
Oh, all right. I'm not sure who that is, but thanks, mate. Cheers.
And then
Fair
I
deal.
will 10 space range. I will do a death bolt at the one at the bottom skeleton. So, and we will death bolt that.
Oh yeah.
3 umbral.
And
Has he taken any damage already?
so
Is
here's
he
the
bloodied?
thing. He only has 5 HP left, so it doesn't really matter. But you would also so you hit him when he has the hunter's mark. You could have also, when you did the roll for the attack, added the help die from Cusco's critting him previously.
Okay.
You kill him regardless. But 6 damage. This guy had they start with 8 health, so he's
So
dead.
crits are double damage.
Oh wait, nope, wrong. I applied it to the wrong person.
It did
Cusco,
3
I'm so
umbral.
sorry.
Because it does 3 umbral, and then if he's bloodied, the cantrip passive of Deathbolt is he takes an extra damage. And then if he's well bloodied, Death Domain, he takes another damage. So he would take a total of 5 damage if he's well bloodied.
The calculation is saying 6, so.
I'm only seeing 3.
Nope, again, I put it on Cusco. What's going on here?
He wants the croc dead.
He was.
Everyone hates you.
I get the feeling I've somehow pissed off
Stop
some sort of
targeting him.
powerful creature. I don't even get it.
Well, you know, the winnower gives and the winnower takes away.
I guess.
The winds of chaos.
How am I target? Oh no, the problem is that you selected him, Rack. That's why I can't override it. Suddenly, betrayal at the beginning of a campaign. He's dead. He's gone.
That's not who I meant to.
Because you had him targeted for the heal, so it just kept on.
Targeting's weird for this.
Well,
So
targeting is
selecting a target and selecting a token are 2 different things. It's very confusing at times.
Yep, it's getting that's how it is in Foundry. There's not a lot of automation in 5e, so it's just there's more automation. You still have an AP left, I believe, Rack.
I do. I'll use that.
Oh wait, no, you shouldn't, because you cast a second spell, so it should have been a disadvantage. But you could have spent that last AP to give yourself regular, and that's how you rolled flat. So.
Oh.
That's actually
Out
so.
of
Remember,
curiosity,
I don't.
the hunter's mark does not automatically transfer. I have to apply it each time I have a new target. Correct?
there is target is marked as long as it's on the same plane and vanishes early, falls unconscious, or uses feature to mark another creature.
What is it like every time that you spend MP to?
So alright, let me hunter's mark. Yes, you need to
No.
manually reapply it every time because that's your
That's
SP
okay.
engine. That's what you spend SP on. Rack, it is casting a spell is the check. So every time you cast a spell, you get the multi-check penalty.
Okay.
So you cast heal, which you do it the first time, spend 2 AP,
Yep.
and you cast it for that. And then the second one, you would need to roll with disadvantage, and spend another AP to roll flat.
Oh no, because it's weird. Because it's like if I do. Oh, well, okay. Yep. Alrighty. So I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Boom.
Okay. And I've flipped it over, so it is now Cell's turn. There's one skeleton left. Here's the really bad part. I calculated this the best I could with their guide for how to balance encounters, and for 6 players, and I'm like, what did I do wrong?
All right. Let's see here.
That's the first encounter.
Yeah.
I'm targeting Thur. I'm gonna command his ass
Oh.
to let's see here. Can you attack him? Or do you want to move?
Let's see. I believe he's within range for my ranged attack. Oh no. Well, he'd be at long range, so it's probably.
I
better
can
if
move you closer, and then you can like hit him late next time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll click move. Do this. Commander's call. Wait. Cannot subtract one strength from player character. What now? Oh, do I not get the stamina back?
You need to
Okay.
regain the stamina with your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll use one action point. Where the fuck do I do the help? There, we have to go up here.
Should
The
be.
utility. So I moved. Wait, what? Didn't take away my stamina for moving. So I'm gonna take away that. All right, I'm gonna click that. All right. So help on the third. Here's help dice. And now I command you. And since I commanded you, I spend an SP. I guess I have to manually add the SP back. And then I'll command you to move. All right. So the target is you. Wait, can I target you? How do I do with the targeted?
There
Nope,
you go.
I did it.
All right. And you should also have a 1d8 help, so you can
Okay.
move, and
So
you
I
also
can
have
just
help.
I just moved my speed.
And since I spent a stamina, you should be healed by 1.
Apply and heal. Yep.
Woo.
Tyson, hurry, kill them! And then, let's see here. So that's like 3 points, I think.
Yep. You have
So,
1
like,
point left.
I moved. I helped.
You
I
can
am now in
do
range to
help
attack.
again. Yeah, you can do help again. You just need the die you give is a D6 instead of a D8.
I think it's a D4 actually, isn't it? Or I don't know.
I think it just goes down 1 step.
Or I could just shoot the guy. Let's see here.
Or you can just shoot the guy.
Because I'm not gonna get the stuff to. Let's see.
Well,
Do I need like a good like line of sight or anything like that?
No.
Actually, I think it'll be how. Oh, okay, I'll just let's see here. Like actions help. Can I target Coos kill? Nimrod, kill him! Kill! Get revenge! Retaliate!
Yeah,
There
nah.
you go.
My name is Steve.
Steve Nimrod.
Nah, just Steve.
Are you not a great hunter? A killer from far?
Yeah. What's that have to do with anything?
You're Nimrod.
I think this is a translation error.
Nimrod is a great hunter. He killed many things.
Right. But my name is Steve.
Yes, Nimrod. Steve.
Okay. I don't want to figure out how to fix this initiative today, so third is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. So.
And it removes dodge. Neat.
Yeah. I am within range because my long pole has reach.
Hey.
So.
You don't have to spend your bother like moving.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that fun?
We have 3 action points. I think we're going to try a feint. Where is that? Roguish finesse. If I use cunning action, right?
Feint, I think.
Oh, it's
What is-
conceal, feint. Here it is. So we're gonna target him. And do I get? Is the help die just
That is a good question. I think you can
28.
use.
does that apply to it, or is it just
Oh, I guess I need to state what I'm helping you with, and I want to help you attack.
okay?
I don't.
You
When I look
can
at the
you can
rules-
give it helping. You must declare which creature you're helping with and the type of check you're.
I've been
you'll be
trying to
needing.
target the help,
Yeah.
but it is not letting me target this help at all.
Yeah. So there's.
What if I
skill
click
check.
on it
Oh,
again?
hey, there's
No,
a-
that does not help.
There's a button for me flanking it. Okay, cool. Okay, so roll item feint. So he has to beat an 11 insight, which is not great.
No modifications found.
Neat.
4. Okay.
Okay, so he is fainted. And when I faint, because of my roguish finesse, I gain 2 spaces of movement. So I'm gonna, I don't know, come over here. I can move like that. And then we also get an advantage on the next attack roll. Right, that's what it does. Next
I
attack
believe so.
against the target before the start of your next turn has advantage and deals +1 damage. Okay, so we are going to use this pole against him. See. And let's see. So we have advantage. We have 1 level of advantage. We have a D8 help die. We're not flanking. I would like to. I mean, he's a skeleton, so I have no idea if he bleeds or not, but that just takes an extra. And then.
If you just miss this, will be embarrassing.
We'll give him a debilitating strike. I think we've got.
It's still a lot like when I played Rogue.
I don't think. For whatever reason, the skeleton's not immune to bleeding. I don't know if that's just this skeleton in particular.
Yeah.
Well, blood comes from the bone marrow.
Yep.
Oh, we've got 2 levels of advantage because we are flanking him, or because we fainted and we have. I don't know. Nope.
It's like a different kind of like stacking.
Yeah, 'cause
I stack debuffs. You're like how high can number be?
That's right. Yeah. So we've got 1 advantage from.
The different
feint,
types of rogues.
And where's the other advantage coming in? Okay, just 1.
I think you spent an AP as well.
I did. No.
Oh, not yet.
There's a separate button to spend AP to get advantage. Okay, I think I've done this correctly.
That is, yeah, that's a heavy hit.
Okay. Why does it only take 1 piercing? Oh, because he's got resistance to piercing.
Oh, does your long pole deal piercing damage?
Yeah, it's a spear.
Oh, it's a spear. Yep. Because I was gonna say he's got piercing resistance and he has bludgeoning vulnerability.
Okay.
Like your long pole's gonna hit super hard. So he does take that, but he also has to make the physical save.
He also takes
No
1
modifications
additional
found.
damage from the feint. Because feint makes him take an additional damage. Damn it. Okay.
Alright,
Well,
and
we
can I
tried.
apply it the second time? Yep, okay. I can just keep on pressing that and applying damage. Cool. Okay.
Okay. So he is. Okay, so we don't regain our stamina or anything. And I think that's it.
All right. And just for giggles, target you.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna sidestep it.
Okay.
So
So that gives him.
gives him disadvantage.
All right. There we go. Linking. Is there a button for sidestep specifically? No, there's not. Okay, so it gives him one thing of disadvantage. All right. All right. And I'm just gonna try and.
He's critically failed, and so he's exposed. Is that a thing that happens for anybody, or is it just him?
I think he's exposed. What is exposed to? Damn it. I don't like the PDF because all the tabs are default open, which makes it really hard to quickly go through everything.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. Conditions. Condition list exposed. Attacks against you have advantage. So, where was the critical miss or critical failure?
He critically missed against me.
Yeah, no. I mean, in the because I forgot that rule.
Well, I didn't know. Like it looks like it automatically applied exposed to him because he critically missed.
Oh,
me.
cool. I believe it's to the. If it's a critical failure, you. Nope. I want something else. Goes last and is considered exposed. Spell check. No thresholds. Let's say skill critical failure. Let's say multiple check. Attack checks. Against the next attack, so it's just to one. Okay. So disadvantage, but he's going to spend. He's going to spend 2. There we go. All right, so he made another swing at you, and it is a heavy hit.
Oh, I was gonna sidestep again.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna be doing that a lot. So I am supposed to declare it. I think when you say that I'm the target.
Yep. Sorry.
Before I
Yep.
see the roll.
The first die he rolled was the 19, so
Yeah.
would have done the same thing. I spent the remaining 2. That was a multiple action point attack.
Right.
Okay. All right. So it does still hit. You do still take the damage. All right. His turn is over. All right, Kuzco.
Wait, what?
Is his turn over? Well,
Sidestepping gives him disadvantage, not advantage.
I did the.
So if you roll,
I rolled in the, so he rolled initially. He rolled 2 dice because I spent more. I spent more AP on it. So he was rolling 2. It picked the 19, so I'd spent enough to give myself advantage. Oh, all right. No, I'm backing. All right, backwards. We're redoing this.
Right. So yeah,
Okay.
he spent 2, so he was at normal, and then I imposed disadvantage.
Spent 2, so he was at normal, and then it did. So why is this +4? Oh, because +4, because okay. All right. Okay, we're just doing this again on you.
Average rogue turn.
I mean,
2 disadvantages, 1 for the multi, 1 for that, and then.
So we'll do the sidestep. So that's one
Okay.
additional AP less.
Miss. Okay, so then I can hit this button to redo the damage. Okay. Okay,
He's
there we
still
go. Who's
exposed, though.
The system is freaking out on me.
Yeah.
Let me put.
I've hacked the
Alright.
system. I've made it screen.
All right, there we go. Exposed. Okay, Kuzco.
Okay. I will mark this target.
Okay.
Let me. Why is it not? Hunter's Mark. Come on, game. Roll. There you go. Spent the stuff. Okay.
Slide. Okay.
I will select the target. Bring up the crossbow. I have 3. Yes. So then I can do.
That's actually interesting because I kind of wanted to have like a dodge off tank. It was kind of my thinking. So I've got the sidestep and parry, but like if they roll ones, causing them to become exposed.
Yeah.
That makes it. You could just spend your whole turn. I dodge and then I sidestep to give you double disadvantage. If you roll a 1, congratulations. Now I've given advantage to my allies to attack you. That's pretty fun, actually.
Oh wait, hold on. I was supposed to give it advantage, I think, because it's advantage
Okay.
on the first attack, right? How
Well,
do I?
I will do that manually. So 17.
17, so for a heavy hit. And then he has to do the save against expose.
Oh, actually, it was an additional thing because he was also exposed. All right,
Yes.
doesn't matter. All right, and then save. No additional modifications. Saved versus exposed. All right, so the initial thing of exposed can go away.
And then I
Did you roll your help dice?
Exposed is stacking. Sorry, so usually in Foundry, when you apply a status, it's like an on-off click on the status. But in this game, it is a left click adds a stack, right click removes a stack. Because I was trying to click off exposed, and it was giving him double, triple, quadruple exposed.
That man is exposed.
Yeah, that's definitely going to take some getting used to. The
Yep.
stacking of things and using left and right. Like I like it mechanically. It's just a
Yeah.
finger memory kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff here if it's going to be finger memory. All right, and Kuzco, that's all your action points.
Correct.
So we're there.
But did you roll the help dice?
Oh, I don't think he added the help die.
I did not add the help die.
Roll a 1d6 or something.
Yeah, it was just /roll 1d6.
This is super important. It's life or death.
3, so it would have been a 20. That wouldn't have changed the outcome. So.
What? I thought that would add a damage.
Because he hit heavy hit exactly on the mark. He has 12 defense and he hit a 17. So.
Damn it.
All right, Raquelin.
All right.
He is bloodied, but not well bloodied.
Fine. Means he takes an extra damage when I do Death Bolt. Fire.
Okay, and then I need to check. Did you do the calculation thing?
Calculation thing.
When you did the target, did you hit the magnifying glass in the center of it?
Crap. No.
Okay.
Now it says disadvantage level 1.
Well, if you tried to do it again, then it's disadvantage level 1.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have changed anything. Kuzco, because you heavy hit him though, Rack would have gotten a help die on that. So go ahead and roll a 1d8, Rack.
Okay. Damn, I could have done that if.
Yeah. Well, it's Kuzco forgot about it, which means I forgot about it. And yeah.
I absolutely did that. 100%.
When if we play this for real, anytime people forget adding a stack, we're just gonna say you forget it, it's gone. Otherwise, we're gonna be everything is gonna take forever.
Yeah. I mean, this is just one of those things because we're learning the
Yeah.
system. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be so he's gonna take an additional damage from that. Boom. And he is dead. Do you guys want me to add another creature to his field to go through just like another thing of combat, or how are we feeling?
I'd probably want to wait to do like a full thing because it to me, the biggest thing is how we combo off of each other in a way.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of like you said with stacking and help die and how much of this is affecting one another.
Mhm.
I think that I'd probably want to wait until we did like a full. I don't know about everyone else.
Well, I'm just saying I can put like another zombie or something on here so we can go through another round of just clicking buttons, and then we'll end it with this little bridge combat, and then next week we'll come back with hopefully Nash and Vagabond and do the rest of the mill. Because it's 9:18, so I don't want to. I don't know how people are feeling. I guess the people who are usually sleepy are not here at the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm good to call it here. I think I've got a good feel for it, and I'm excited to continue with the rest of the party next week.
okay. All right, then I think we're good. We can use the rest of the time to just like, hey, thoughts. What did we like? What did we not like? What are some cool things? And I guess we'll go in initiative order. So, Rack, any comments?
I like the being able to cast spells multiple times, even with the accruing disadvantage. It's still nice to be able to just go, hey, didn't get to see the wild magic table. I'll have to do that next time. And then, yeah, that death domain feels like it should be a shorter radius. That's kind of crazy. 10 spaces is like...
Yeah, but well bloodied is also a fourth of your health, and all these guys died above bloodied. they
I know.
just got
Which,
obliterated.
I mean,
by
it'll be
at the
big
end.
for, like, boss monsters and
Yeah.
stuff. But then it's just funny because then it's like, cool, because then my death bolt starts doing an obscene amount of damage.
And then you also have. Did you see the additional action point enhancements you can slap on top of it?
Yep.
I don't think
Where it's
any of
like,
them are gonna come up. Yeah.
where it's just like, I could do this where I deal an extra damage, or I increase the range by 5 spaces, or I make it to where they can't get hit points back.
Yep. All right. Cool. Cell. Thoughts, comments?
I don't know.
All right. Third.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I like the, if at least for me, it feels a lot more reactive off turn. That's probably partially because of how I built my character, but being able to have essentially up to 4 reactions available if you really, really want them makes the combat more interesting to me, because I'm thinking about, what I can do in everybody else's turn as well. And I didn't even pull out my other defensive ability, so we'll maybe see that next week, hopefully. And I like how fleshed out the character. Like, we're level 1 characters, but they feel interesting to play, which is definitely, and like they're. I feel like we got a little bit lucky here with the rolls, because I definitely could see how you get a little bit unlucky and a couple of hits, and all of a sudden somebody's going down. It's like it felt like it was just the right amount of sturdiness versus squishiness for a level 1 character. I think they nailed that pretty well. Yeah, and then figuring out, there's a lot more things to think about with trying to get advantage and being rewarded for rolling, basically figure out ways to roll higher through advantage or help dice or flanking or anything like that. I like that reward structure.
More options. I will also note that the multi-check penalty only applies during a character's turn. So if you have a way to like make attacks as reactions for whatever reason, your reaction attacks don't have the stacking multi-check penalty, even if you take multiple reaction attacks. You can still spend action points on enhancing your reaction attacks for, like, if Cell gives you a reaction attack you can spend, even though the initial attack is free. You can still spend AP and stamina and stuff to enhance it and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I
So.
also like, I don't know if this is probably, this isn't something that I noticed here, but the action point system gives you another knob that you can turn when adjusting monsters. So I don't know if it seemed like these guys had the standard 4 action points. Is that true?
Yes, the recommendation in the monster building guide was give the enemy group action points equal to how many the players have to like even things out.
Right.
And that felt ridiculous to have to, like, if there was an uneven amount of skeletons or whatnot, and it's like, hey, this skeleton has 4 but this one has 5, I'm like, no, it should just be each enemy character has 4, and then if it's a boss I can give them more, and if it's like a minion or vase suck or something I can give them less.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that was what I was thinking, is like, if you have like a slow zombie type character, like maybe you have more zombies but they each only have 2 action points, right? And I wouldn't adjust it across like the same type of monster, so I wouldn't have one zombie with 2 and another one with 3, but I could see having a zombie has 2 and a skeleton has 3, but then like a vampire or something has 5, something like along those lines.
Yeah, there's a thing for like, hey, give bosses more action points and stuff, and even like layer action points for things.
Yeah, so it just feels like a really good natural kind of knob that you can adjust. And or like with quicklings, right? Like that's one of the things where like they're pretty unbalanced in terms of like for their challenge rating, because they're trying to communicate how quickly they can go, but just overwhelms the players. But I feel like you could potentially represent that much better in this system. Kind of a quick character that has, 6 action points, but their attack isn't great, so they might have to use some of those to, give themselves advantage or something. But they still, like, if they want to, they can move really fast or something like that. I think it does definitely get my like DM brain excited about figuring out ways to creatively use it.
There's also for like the like example monster stat blocks and belittle. It's literally just like a 9-page packet for the monster tips. It's barely anything at the moment. It only has 3 stat blocks in it, but one of them, oh wait, no, it has 5. It has 5, but one of them is they all have 4 action points. They didn't play with that, but like the wolf has a bite attack and a tear apart. And the bite is like, hey, melee 1 piercing or slashing damage, and the tear apart is 2 action points instead. It does 2 damage, and it forces the target make a physical save against bleeding, but it can only be used against a prone creature. And they have a attack enhancement where you can spend an additional AP to force the target to, save against being knocked prone. So in the wolf stat block, you can definitely see like, hey, this first wolf comes up and spends all of its stuff to try and knock the player prone, and then once it's prone, the other wolves come in and use their, stronger tear apart ability on the prone target and stuff. Yeah. So there's lots of interesting knobs to do on here. The brown bear example has a grapple enhancement and a power enhancement and stuff. Yeah. And it also has a swipe, which is like a 1-space arc AoE attack for 2 AP instead of 1.
Yeah.
So.
One thing I don't like is, and I understand why it's this way for like balance reasons, potentially, but having to declare using a defensive ability on targeting as opposed to on hit really, like, in my mind, it breaks up the flow of the combat. So like, even if it's much stronger to be able to declare it after you get hit, like, I think that the play feel is much better, where like you can go through your whole thing and be like, okay, the monster attacks you, it rolls a blah, and then you can decide like, okay, I'm going to use my defensive abilities, as opposed to you having to say, okay, the monster's attacking you, do you use any defensive abilities, right? And even in this short little thing, we had that where like you were on a roll, you were rolling dice and going through everything, and I was like, wait a minute, nope, I wanted to dodge.
Yep. There.
And I feel like that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is in the book. It says you need to declare it when targeted. For the VTT, it makes additional sense because you kind of want to preload all that stuff into the little formula thing before you make the roll.
Yeah.
But then that does have to slow me down because I need to sit there and like, hey, like you're
Yeah.
playing a game of Magic against a blue player. Hey, do you hold priority or do you pass? Can I
Right. Yeah.
can I play my card?
It's like it kind of makes certain things like the sidestep, or the other thing I've go check out is parry, which also is the same thing. You have to declare it on a target.
Playing this is gonna get us in the habit of 2 words. In response.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like right, because compare that to like, I mean the classic is like absorb elements or shield, right? Like obviously the numbers on shield are too high, but like the ability to just be like, in response to being hit, do something. And yeah, so like yeah, I don't know how you would adjust that, because I think that 2 action points, like my first thought would be we'll make it 2 action points and you can do it when you get hit, but that feels like it's almost too much at that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that's a yeah. I think that I would like games to kind of avoid things that interrupt the flow in that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you get around that especially with the way the VTT is, because it
Yeah.
does not like me trying to go back and changing things after the fact.
Yeah.
I will also say that at least one sort of upside to like the parry and raise shield, where like it increases your defense by a certain amount, is that even like with if in 5e, if you had to use shield when you were targeted and you use shield and then the enemy rolls like a 30, it's like, well, fuck me then. Like I wouldn't have done that. Why? In this one, at least like the +5 means that you reduce it by, you're always at least reducing it by 1 step of damage.
Yeah, that definitely
So-
does help.
Yeah. So unless the enemy like whiffed hardcore and like, well, it doesn't matter if you added +5 because I rolled a 2, then it's wasted definitely. But at least it's not like you get hit by so much that it's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're redoing those things, like parry is becoming against precision attack, and then raise shield is going to be +5 against area attack sort of stuff. But I don't think they're changing when the trigger happens. I will keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So maybe if we play more, it'll like, because if it's like a boss monster or something that has fewer attacks that are more impactful, and it's like obviously I'm gonna dodge every time, or at least try to. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
guess
also once I've got my head around it more, I will start asking for. I'll get in the habit of asking for it before just doing it.
Right. Yeah, because yeah, I would probably end up, if my character is being targeted that hard that I feel I have to, dodge or sidestep multiple times in a turn, then that's probably a good thing, right? Because it means that my allies are not getting hit.
Yep.
So.
And you're
No.
still using your abilities. You're being active about it. You're not
Yeah.
wasting things.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels kind of it takes out the flow a little bit. The
Yeah.
gameplay feel is kind of so
We'll see. It's also something just to get used to.
yeah. It is kind of fun being able to move a space off turn though. So
And did it let you only move the amount that it let you for
no,
those?
I had to force the movement with the F key.
Oh, okay.
There was like a thing where it's like if you want to have free movement, just hold down F. And I was like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
it'll be obvious if I move more than one space.
Yeah. All right. Kuzco. Any thoughts yourself, mate?
I think you guys have a little bit more experience in Foundry, but it is a little hard to say how much of the system I am learning and how much of the UI I am learning, right? Some of it, I feel like if this was done in Roll20, I would be looking at it in a different way because I know the Roll20 system. I agree with a lot of what has been said. I like that, at level 1, it does feel like we actually have a couple options of what to do, even if things are relatively simple, right? Oh, this just adds a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we have to get used to how many buffs we can add. Like I wasn't even, like you said, I wasn't even thinking like, oh, this hit adds a buff or a debuff or does something which then changes the next attack, which could change the next attack, and I can see how a party actively working together can really string along a lot of that, and I like the promise of that. But I think we're just going to have to see how easy it is to get into that flow over time.
And I want to say that part of it is because you guys took classes that do that, like Commander does that, Hunter with the Hunter's Mark kind of adds some support things, but I'm looking at the class list and I know what most of the features are, and I'm pretty sure most of the classes have that in some regard. Like the least helpful of the classes you guys play today is Rogue, and Rogue still applies conditions.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, that's how I was looking at it. And it's like the martial kits, right? Let you apply conditions, so any martial character can put out debuffs, and that's actually I ended up taking a couple of those because the rogue debuffs cost stamina, which is a higher cost than action points, or at least it seems to be, which is what the just generic martial debuffs cost. So
the difference is that most of the ones that you can apply with maneuvers are like the exposed, I believe, is till they're exposed for the next attack against them. The exposed from debilitating strike is until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
So they're stronger versions of the maneuvers.
Right. So, but I did purposely build my character with the idea of, okay, well, normally I'll be using the martial technique debuffs, right? Because those don't cost me resources. And then if I have resources that I want to spend, I can spend them on the bigger debuffs. I do like also the recharging your resource based on doing things that fit your class.
Yep.
So it does feel like it's pretty straightforward to get more stamina pretty consistently. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. I think it's a little bit awkward right now with the cap being 1. It's basically like, do you have a stamina or not? But
yeah.
I think that goes up over time, so that'll get...
Well, even on Cell's turn, where he started with no stamina, he did a help thing, gained a stamina, used his commander's ability to spend the stamina, and then gave another help at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're still building and spending within the same turn, which I love builder-spender systems. It's something that 5e core severely lacks, but that's my Beast Heart that Parth is playing for our Wednesday game has, and I love how that plays.
Yeah. Well, that was MCDM's
Yeah,
kind of design.
Yep, and that's how all of Drawsteel is.
Yeah.
Although they don't, because they also have you gain some at the start of your turn for all theirs, but then there's also additional triggers within them, as opposed to the stamina. I will also note, as a neat thing, is that when you do the multi-class talents, you can pick other classes' stamina engine. So, like, you can, if you want to, like, the Cell could pick up the Rogue's gain a stamina whenever you hit somebody that's flanked or has a condition or whatnot, and then you can choose, you can gain stamina from both of them. You're still capped at 1, so it's still pretty limited.
Well,
But that's,
as you level
something
up,
you can pick
the cap will go up.
Yeah, it doesn't go up very high though. They want you to always be building and spending it, as opposed to mana, which just is a long rest recharge ability. Yeah, but no, debilitating strike, like hindered until the start of your next turn means that you give the target disadvantage on all of its attack checks until your next turn.
Yeah.
With this system, where people are making more... Well, I guess you have multi-attack in 5e too, but that's like so much better than just hindered on the next attack it makes.
Yeah.
Although I guess the monsters can always get around that by just making less attacks and spending more AP on them, but
But
still.
then they're making less attacks. You're still
Yeah.
You're still hindering them.
Yeah. So.
As the,
Yeah.
as the condition says, yeah.
And the slowed 2, holy shit. Like, I'm looking, like, hamstring is slowed 1, which just means your 1 space costs an additional space of movement. Slowed 2 is every space costs 3 movement. That's nasty. So.
But we'll see how important maneuvering is.
I did skeletons. I did a front line and back line on purpose, even though the front line fell apart instantly. I think that's the other note, and this isn't going to last until they update the game because they're getting rid of it, but that whole most things having very low mystic defense, and then Rack having like one of the few spells in the game that targets mystic defense.
Yeah.
That's I see why they had to change that. Because that was just a little bit broken.
Oh, chaos!
Like these skeletons have 7, like fucking 7 mystical defense, for crying out loud.
That's pretty low.
And then the zombies have 5. And then the zombies have an ability where they don't die.
Did through physical defense.
Yeah, the zombies have a thing where they don't die unless they're hit with a heavy attack or radiant damage. And you guys just kept on heavy attacking them. Like,
Once
zombies
more,
are be a lot tankier.
sounds like this. Once more, it sounds like this encounter had mechanics, and in true
Yep.
Brotherhood of Blades fashion, we said fuck that.
Well, it's having mechanics, but it's also the heavy hit thing. It's like, hey, you only die if you get heavy hit. But when your defense is only 9, that's a neat thing. Whereas if I want to make a tankier zombie, I can increase its armor, and then it's less likely to get heavy hit, so it's less likely to die. Like, there's additional knobs there to turn. That's really interesting. Yeah. So much stuff. I enjoyed it. I have good hopes for this. I'm curious when they're releasing the armor update, because I think that's going to lead to more interesting combats. But this was even just like a very basic... Level 1 characters in this are supposed to be comparable to a level 3 character in 5e. I think it's higher than that. You guys feel almost like level 5 characters in 5e.
The one thing I will say though is that one strong hit to me and I was at half health. So like there's a certain level of offensive versus defensive strength. Yeah, our offense feels much higher than in 5e, but our defense at that point would be much better in 5e. Like, I would have had ways to get around what happened to me rather than just, ow.
Yeah, well, what defensive maneuvers do you have?
I don't know that I have any.
Yep.
There you go. Should have gotten sidestep.
Fair enough.
I mean, that was part of what I was excited about this. Is I was like, oh, I could take a rogue and an elf, and they could be a dodge tank basically, because I can dodge with just 1 AP and get disadvantage on all attacks against me. I can sidestep and parry if I need to, and then I can also do things like I can hinder them, right? I can put the hindrance on them, so then that's like triple disadvantage on every attack against me. So as long as I can keep their attention.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
also...
that's the thing, because I have expose, hamstring, hinder, and trip. Like, I've got a lot of stuff that's just like, I will find a way to impose ailments on the enemy.
Yeah, and I do like, so like how even if you do like or stacking like conditions on them, like being able to spend action points to kind of get through that, and presumably boss monsters having a lot more action points feels a lot better than legendary resistance, for sure. Because it's like there's more of a gradient there of like, yeah, you hindered them, but they're putting an effort to overcome it. Versus, oh, you hit them with the spell and they failed their save, but they decided to just succeed and, you know, basically no sell you just because they can.
We haven't seen what what the boss monsters and legendary resistances look like. Although there is a fun thing where when you make an attack and when you add a save to it, the attack roll and forcing them to save are separate. So even if you miss or hit with the attack, they still need to make the save.
Yeah, that is nice too. Of like,
yeah,
separating.
I also think, I don't think it automatically applied, but technically too, because your long pole is you did as a spear, so it should have the spear style. You do get like an extra +1 damage if you move forward 2 spaces before making the attack.
I think it's actually staff style, which is like an extra damage if they are exposed.
Oh, you
or
took a
something like
staff. Okay, you called it a spear, so I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, you have axe style. You do additional damage to bleeding targets.
Yeah. that was my thing. Is I was like, I wanna make him bleed. I'm gonna do extra damage to them because my shuriken also do that. So my thinking was basically I can, like, my character has multiple modes they can be operating in, which I also really like. Of like, I have enough abilities that I can kind of swap between them. Of like the defensive, dodging, and sidestepping and parrying and all that. To like, if the focus is on me, but then if the focus isn't on me, then I can, like, put bleeds on them. I can make him exposed. I can feint, and then I can hit him with a good attack to do some good damage and like ruin their day. So like it feels, I'm really happy with the character build. It's like being able to kind of react to the situation as the enemies, you know, change tactics or where they're targeting.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, I was just saying, yeah.
Yeah. I also think reading through these, I think sweep attack also applies to ranged attacks. So, like these little maneuver things.
I didn't even check that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. It's just within the range of the attack. So, I don't see where it only says against melee. It's just within your weapon range.
Yeah, so you can just lay down a
Covering fire.
barrage.
Well, but you'd have to have something that could fire more than once, wouldn't you?
No, because it's on one attack. What it is it's an enhancement that basically says that if you hit the target, if you would have also hit an additional target, then that one will take... It won't take the full attack, but it will take an additional damage. So you can't like sweep attack them and apply a bleed to multiple targets.
Right.
But if you do sweep and you hit, then you can deal 1 damage to everything that's like, you know, the side targets.
Right. Fair enough.
Yep. Alright. I think this is good. We can definitely... This is going to take a bit to get through there, so...
Okay.
Let me know how many weeks you'd like me to spend on this.
Well, I just started the other day, like, putting things together. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? What all is available? What's going to happen? So I think it is going to take a little bit.
Good, because this is just I was planning on doing like 1 session each level and just level you guys up at the end of them and do like, you know, 4 of these to get to level 4, but this is 1 combat with 4 people and not even 6.
Yeah.
Might just be the mill. We'll see.